So every once in a while, I'll get people that'll make comments and remarks towards me saying, oh, you guys are weak, thinking that, your weed addiction was a problem. You guys are just weak-minded. You should, weed addiction is nothing, blah blah blah, and really all what it comes down to is willpower, and that, really, you should see this as a challenge to strengthen your willpower, to be able to, to have enough self control to be able to, control your habit of when you want to smoke and when you don't want to smoke. And this is what I gotta say is that it's all good, man. I got nothing but love for you if that's how you want to live your life, and you want to, play that game of trying to moderate your addictions, and then that's fine. I got nothing but love for you. We're all on our own journey in life, but don't throw your insecurities at me just because maybe what I'm sharing is rubbing you the wrong way, because all of a sudden, probably in the back of your mind, you do have this, a little bit of a guilty conscience. Yeah, that's when someone makes these emails, these remarks. It's a red flag that, hey, this person got some insecurities going on, because if you want to smoke weed and you want to go on living your life, that's fine. I got nothing but love for you. But don't attack me and come at me for wanting to live my life sober, and wanting to seek out how to achieve happiness and how to become the best version of myself without needing drugs, substances, and smoking weed. Don't come at me with your insecurities over that. If you want to, whatever path you want to go on in life, that's fine. But this is the journey that I'm on, and I'm dedicated to improving myself and also to helping others as well. That's just, that's the journey that I'm taking. But on another thing is that, when it comes to willpower, I always find this is interesting when people bring this up about willpower, because there's a great book, an addiction book, and it's called Willpower is Not Enough. Highly recommend to read that. And what it talks about is it really goes into this concept of willpower, and how we fool ourselves with thinking that it's just a willpower game. An addict will always find a way to justify their addiction. Trust me, as someone who's almost smoked for almost 20 years, I understand, the whole, moderate, just do it on the weekend, Saturday, whatever, and we try to see it as a way to exercise our willpower, but, and that can, if that works for you, then great. But this is the thing, and what I've seen in working with people, and then I've seen in myself, is that can become a slippery slope. You may be able to moderate your addiction with willpower in the beginning, but eventually, over time, that can become a slippery slope where all of a sudden that, just smoking on the weekends turns into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then all of a sudden just at night, you're doing it every night, and before you know it, you're smoking more and more. And this can take years to build up to that. That's the slippery slope. And when it comes to willpower, we really only have so much willpower every day. Picture like a gas tank. It's like every day we start our day with so much willpower, and by you having, say if you just say, I'm only going to smoke at night, then all throughout the day, you're probably looking forward to that smoke at night, and you're thinking about it. You may still be achieving great results and being a producer like I was. I was still successful, making six figures while being full blown pothead. Yes, you can definitely crush it. But by you having to use that willpower to refrain from smoking weed, that is costing some of that willpower from that gas tank that you have. And although, yes, you may be able to successfully moderate and use your willpower to control your addiction, if you weren't an addict and you weren't having to play this game of moderating, using willpower to control your addiction, and you just were free from it, then you could use that willpower for other more beneficial habits that are going to actually make you become a better version of yourself. I would rather use that extra willpower instead of controlling myself from smoking. I would rather use that willpower to, that extra willpower to get me to adopt new habits. Reading extra, working, adopting a new stretching routine, whatever. Just, I would rather use that extra willpower, working, a little bit more in my businesses, coming up with some new ideas. I would rather use that extra willpower for something that's going to be more productive towards creating a better life than something like smoking weed, because I've never met anybody who has massively improved their life by smoking weed. But I've met a lot of people who, over time, it's caused destruction in their life. Through just mental problems, relationship problems, regret, having known that you didn't live up to your potential. Obviously, there are worse drugs out there yet you could be taking on a regular basis. So this is, the lesser of most evils. But with that being said, it still can be very destructive. And those who've smoked for a very long time and have had the shackles and the chains on from, feeling like you could never get free from, from being a pothead, it can definitely cause destruction in your life. And it's hard to be at your happiest in your life and your most peaceful when you have the chains of an addiction around you, because the opposite of being enslaved by something is freedom, and freedom is what brings happiness. The more addictions that you're enslaved by, the more controlled that you are. And it's tough when you're being controlled by a substance, something that's costing you money, something that's like you don't even really truly enjoy anymore. You're just doing it because it's a habit at this point, such an ingrained habit. And so that's my thoughts on that, guys. That hey, we're all on our own journey. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. But don't come at me and try to belittle my journey or others' journey that are trying to get sober and trying to become the best version of themselves without needing to smoke weed for the rest of their life. And again, going back to that willpower, you're not going to be, strengthening your willpower by being able to control your addiction. That's not a great way to self-improve. A much better way to self-improve would be to, commit to something every day that's, like meditate instead of smoke controlling. Why don't you use that same willpower to say, every single evening to relax, I'm going to do 20 minutes of meditation or some breathing exercises, some yoga. That would be a lot more productive in helping you to become the best version of yourself versus saying, I'm just going to control my addiction. It's going to, use my self-control, self-willpower and everything. Because again, we only have so much willpower. Willpower, just like that gas tank, why not utilize that willpower for other new empowering behaviors and habits that you can adopt? That's my thoughts on that. That's my advice. And I highly recommend to get that book, Willpower is Not Enough, because it'll help you to understand that willpower is not enough. You got to get over that mentality and that game of thinking, it's just about the willpower and blah, blah, you just got to adopt stronger willpower. No, willpower is not enough. That's not what it's about. But we can certainly fool ourselves by thinking that for a good while. Like I said, an addict will always justify their addiction. Yeah, so I hope you guys are all having a great start to the year. Today is January 1st, 2020. Let's hope you're all adopting some new empowering habits and addictions, some new empowering addictions, exercise and things like that are actually going to improve you as a person and fuel you to make this the best year of your life, the best decade of your life. It's a new decade, 2020. I hope you're all having a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year. Let's make this a great decade. Let's make this a great life. See ya.